Hi everybody, this is Lolly from lollychops.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a little tutorial on how to make a border out of paper that looks like it's made out of fabric. And I actually used this technique on the project that I did for crepe paper for CHA winter just last week, and I just thought it would be a fun tutorial to show you. So the first thing I'm going to be using is one of the new 6x6 paper pads, and I just picked one of my favorite pieces of paper out of there. There's all kinds of fabulous papers in here. I think I've used up quite a few, but there's still quite a few left. And then I'm just adhering them to this piece of scrap wood that I found in my husband's wood shop. So we're going to get started. This is a really quick little tutorial for you. So the first thing I did was I took my piece of paper and then I just cut it into 1-inch strips. And then you take, kind of to get that look where you get like the really nice waves in the paper, I just took some water from a spray gun and I just lightly sprayed the paper, and then I let it sit for just a second. And then I ran my finger along the top and back just to make sure that I got the excess water off, but that it was still pretty good and wet. And then what I'm going to do is, leaving this edge straight, I'm just going to start making ruffles in the paper. And you just kind of, go and gather them as you gather them with your fingers. And I usually ruffle the whole 6-inch strip of paper all at the same time. And then it should look kind of something like this, not so pretty. And then you're going to take hot glue and you're just going to put a little dab of glue in between each ruffle. And I usually do about 4 or so at a time. So let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. And then you're just going to pinch those ruffles closed like that. And if they rip as you're kind of going along because the paper is kind of wet, don't worry, you can just kind of go back and then re-glue them again. So you just keep gathering and pinching your paper. And I'm using hot glue that is high and low temp glue so that it doesn't burn my fingers when I press the paper together. So now you have this kind of like wacky little wavy ruffle. Then what you do on your edges, just so that, because you're going to be kind of gathering all these strips together in one long line, you're going to fold your 2 edges in and then just kind of tuck them in. And that kind of makes like another, kind of a finished edge for you. So just take both edges, fold them down, and then just glue that little fold down. And then I've got that folded. So then you see that you have this kind of like wavy, ruffly piece. It's good to work in small batches because it gives you a little bit more control when you're kind of gathering them all together, and it really gives you that nice ruffled look. And then on mine, I just took some Distress ink, and this is the walnut stain color, and I just inked along the edges, and you can see where one of them pulled up. Again, because I said just because the paper is wet, sometimes they pull up on you. It's no big deal. Just tack some more glue down there and let it sit. And it should dry pretty quick if you're using hot glue. And then just to my little fake ruffly board that I made here, you just take the back of your paper and then just run a strip of hot glue back along the edge, the edge. And then I'm just going to take it and kind of mesh the 2 sides together. So, and you can kind of gather them and squish them up a little bit if you want. So that gives you this nice little border. And because something happens to the paper and kind of the texture of it and the way that it changes when you wet it, it really does kind of make it look like it's fabric. And I got a lot of comments from people about that project, that they thought I had made a fabric border on that project, but it was all paper. And then I just wanted to show you another way you could finish off the top of that is to use some of the new crepe paper lace, which is really fabulous. So you can see that it makes a really, really pretty border and gives you like a little faux fabric end there. So that's all for my tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you'll give this a try because it's super fun and easy. Have a nice day.